Do you ever feel like you're performing in your own life? Like you're walking through your day with this invisible mask of, I've got it all together, because you're terrified of what would happen if people saw the noise inside your head. You're the one everyone counts on, who gets the grades, hits the deadlines, and never breaks. But late at night, when the house is quiet, you feel like you're drowning in this pool of what ifs and the crushing weight of having to be perfect. If that sounds like you, I need you to know something. Perfectionism isn't a strength. It's a survival tactic. And there's this character on Boots who captures this struggle so accurately that I wanted to break it down for you today. His name is Ray, and on the outside, he is the perfect recruit. He's disciplined, confident, and driven. But on the inside, he's fighting a war against his anxiety that is slowly breaking him apart. Today, we're going to look at why being the best is often a cry for help and what Ray's journey can teach you about finally putting down the weight of everyone else's expectations. I'm Jessica Davis, licensed therapist and mindset coach. I spend my days working with teens and young adults who are exhausted from the performance of being okay. They are overthinkers, people pleasers, and high achievers who feel like if they stop even for a second, everything will come crashing down. We are going to look at the mask Ray wears, the moment the pressure finally cracks the mask wide open, and the inherited playbook that told him his worth was tied to his rank. Also, quick reminder, I'm a human being figuring things out just like you. What I share here is my take and clinical opinion and experience, but it is not a replacement for professional one-on-one therapy. Take what speaks to your heart, leave what doesn't. And if you're struggling with your mental health, please reach out to a professional or a trusted adult. All right, let's jump in. 1. The mask. In the early episodes of Boots, Ray is literally the gold standard. He's the recruit the drill instructors point to when they want to shame everyone else. Why can't you be like McAfee? He's fast, he's precise, and he's ahead of almost everyone. But as a therapist, when I see someone like Ray, my radar goes off because there is a specific kind of stillness that isn't calm. It's rigid. Ray is using perfectionism as a shield. I like to call this the armor of achievement. The logic goes like this. If I am the best, no one can criticize me. If I am perfect, I am safe from rejection. If I never make a mistake, I don't have to feel the crushing weight of my own inadequacy. Ray isn't just trying to be a Marine. He's trying to outrun a feeling. He's absorbed this toxic idea that strength is the absence of emotion. He thinks that if he just tries harder, if he just stays more disciplined than anyone else, the noise inside his head will eventually shut off. But here's the clinical truth about perfectionism. It's a treadmill that only goes faster. The better Ray performs, the more he fears the eventual fall. He's carrying the weight of his father's legacy, the weight of his own expectations, and the weight of the secret he's terrified to tell. He is struggling and he has no idea how to stop it. 2. The crack. Everything changes in episode 4, Sink or Swim. This is one of the most accurate depictions of someone breaking down after being the standard of achievement. Ray is in the pool. He's supposed to be doing a pretty routine training exercise. He's capable. He knows how to swim. But in this situation, he struggles, and you see it really off the bat. He fails this exercise. In this situation, the stakes got higher, the noise got louder, and Ray froze. If you've ever been in the middle of a test or a game or even a conversation and suddenly your brain just exits, that's what's happening here for Ray. His heart is racing, his vision is narrowing. This isn't a choice, this is a physiological response. The cool part is that then the show gives us a flashback. We see Ray as a little boy right after he's had a panic attack at school. And instead of being offered a hug or a conversation about his feelings, his dad Harlan has him out in the yard. He's out cutting the grass with scissors and a ruler to make sure it's all the same height. Harlan looks down at him and asks, "How are you feeling?" And Ray says, "Better, sir." And Harlan's response? "That's right. The mission steadies the mind." Okay, I didn't do Ray's voice very well, but you get the point. In the therapy world, this is textbook example of emotional invalidation. It sounds like a big term, but it really just occurs when someone dismisses, judges, or rejects your feelings, subtly telling you that your emotional experience is wrong, irrational, or unimportant. When this happens over and over, it creates what we call a dismissive avoidant pattern. It means you learn to dismiss your own needs and avoid your own emotions because you've been taught they're a liability. Harlan taught Ray that his internal world didn't matter as much as the external performance. He taught him that the way you handle a fire in the house is to just keep painting the walls. But here's the problem. The mission doesn't steady the mind. It just distracts it. 3. The root. This brings us to a concept that is so important to understand if you feel like you've been carrying this weight your whole life. Intergenerational anxiety, often tied to intergenerational trauma. This refers to anxiety, stress, or mood disorders that pass down from parents to their children. And it happens in 2 ways. First, there's genetics. Some of us are just born with a nervous system that's a little more dialed up and sensitive to the world. Research shows there is a hereditary component to how our brains process fear. But second, this is what we see with Ray, is a learned behavioral response. Ray didn't just inherit his dad's DNA, he inherited his dad's survival strategy. When Harlan tells him the mission steadies the mind, he is passing down a coping mechanism that probably helped him survive a war or a difficult childhood. He truly believes he's protecting Ray by teaching him how to be a machine. But you cannot machine your way out of being a human being. When we talk about intergenerational anxiety, we're talking about the cycle where the parents' unhealed fears become the child's normal. Ray is chasing the honorman title because he thinks if he can just be the perfect recruit, he will finally be able to prove that what his dad taught him works, or also that he now can be the person that his dad wants him to be. He's trying to bargain with his anxiety. If I achieve enough, will you leave me alone? But achievement is a temporary fix. It's like drinking salt water when you're thirsty. The more you achieve, the more you realize that no matter how many missions you complete, if you haven't learned to regulate your emotions, the noise will always be waiting for you when the work is done. 4. The shift. The turning point for Ray isn't a big speech from a drill instructor, it's Alice, and I loved Alice's character. Alice is the only person who looks at Ray and doesn't see a top recruit. She sees a boy who was tired, struggling. She challenges him. She asks the questions no one else dares to ask. Why are you doing this? Who was this for? And therapy would call this disrupting the narrative. Ray has a very specific story he tells himself. I am a Marine. I am strong. I am my father's son. Alice holds up a mirror and shows him that the story is a lie, or at least a half-truth. When she pushes him, Ray gets angry. He gets defensive. Of course he does. When you spent your whole life building a fortress, you don't like it when someone points out the cracks in the foundation. But Alice stays. She shows him that he can be imperfect and still be worthy of connection. This is the shift Ray needed. He needed to realize that his value isn't tied to his performance. He needed to see that the noise doesn't make him weak, it makes him human. Being challenged by Alice is the first time Ray is forced to consider a terrifying possibility. What if I don't have to be the best to be loved? 5. The growth. The most powerful thing about the end of Ray's journey in season 1 is what doesn't happen. Ray doesn't win the honorman, which of course we kind of probably already speculated. He doesn't become the perfect Marine, and in any other show that would maybe be considered a failure, but in Boots, it's the greatest victory for him. By letting go of the need to be the best, Ray finally gets to be himself. He starts to trade perfection for presence. We see him supporting Cameron and not being ashamed of that. We see him being vulnerable. He stops being a statue and starts being a person. He realizes that he can't fix his father's anxiety and he doesn't have to carry it anymore. He just has to really work on himself. So he puts down the inherited playbook and starts writing his own. This is the work of recovery. It's not about curing anxiety so it never comes back. It's about changing your relationship to it. Ray still has the noise. He still has the what ifs, but he's no longer letting them drive the bus. He's letting people in. He's taking the mask off. And he realizes the world didn't end when he failed to be perfect. In fact, his life finally began. I'm genuinely sad that Boots was canceled because I really feel like Ray was just getting started and a lot of characters had so much room for growth. But even in one season, he gave us a masterclass in mental resilience. Ray teaches us 3 things that I want you to remember. 1, perfectionism is a prison, not a goal. It's a way to hide, not a way to grow. 2, you are not responsible for your parents' playbook. You can honor your family without repeating their mistakes. And 3, vulnerability is the only real toughness. Hiding is easy. Letting someone see you struggle, that is the bravest thing you will ever do. Ray walked into boot camp trying to prove he was a Marine. He walked out proving he was enough, just as he is. If Ray's story hit home, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps me know that these deeper breakdowns of TV show characters are helping you feel a little less alone in the noise. If you're feeling that sink or swim pressure right now, please go download the Anxiety Survival Toolkit. It is linked in the description. It's free and it's designed for when the playbook feels too heavy to carry. And I want to hear from you. What is the most relatable character you've seen lately? Who gets the noise right? And please take a look at the next video. It will go over another character that you hopefully love and adore as much as I do and give you a take on anxiety. Thanks for watching. Until next time, please remember, keep moving forward, trust yourself, and never forget you have what it takes to block out the noise.